we close.
Animal is really something that, yeah, I think touches a lot of hearts out there, because, yeah, animal lovers, they really live with the animal and for the animals sometimes, and I think we can really make a difference there.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I want to start with my slides immediately. Yeah, please go to the next one. Yeah, the Healy Advisor Animal Module. So what is actually the Healy Advisor Animal Module? I mean, that's not everyone knows that, and it's also not very trivial, because it's not like, okay, there are a few animal programs, just use them. No, we created a whole module in the Healy Advisor app only for animals. So what you have there is an interactive search. I will basically explain later a little more in detail. And with this combination, of course, it's much easier to actually use the module. And with what did we put in? It's 12 of the most popular, commonly used individualized microcurrent frequency programs. So maybe I need to go back a little more, because we started with TimeWaver to use animal programs long time ago, and there we already focused basically on different kinds of animals, different specific animal programs. But we said, okay, for Healy we need something concise that everyone can use in 12 programs, easy to administer, and that's then resulted.
I apologize, everybody. My volume is to my max, so please put the volume up on your own computers. Mine is all the way up.
It in the animal.
Try here, 1 second. Try it again. 1 sec. All right, let's try it again.
Module, and that's the upside of Healy compared to the old TimeWaver devices. I mean, that's why Healy also was founded, that you can, with all those apps, make it very easy and very specific to search for things and actually find what you need for your animal. So that's the reason why we created this thing, to actually utilize it in an easier way. Let's go to the next slide. And that's I think one of the most important slides also, because I mean, it's not like we invented microcurrent frequency applications with animals. No, those applications are long time, so since decades people are using microcurrent with animals. Same as, of course, for humans. And we had a very nice training, or not more like someone presenting in the TimeWaver World that was recently, and his theme was animals don't lie. Because animals actually show you immediately if they like something or if they dislike something. They're not thinking about it. No, they feel that it's good and they like it, or they don't like it. And for microcurrent applications and frequency applications in general, they usually really like it. I mean, that's at least my experience with animals and frequency applications with the Healy device and TimeWaver devices. So they love it. They basically, you basically put your device somewhere and the animal goes to the device, and that's something, unique. And of course, everyone uses them also in veterinary and also private users. And and of course, it's not about, I have a very sick animal and now I want to cure it. No, it's when your animal looks a little, sad or a little down or something like that, you can immediately boost their bioenergetic field by applying microcurrent frequency programs. And that's what we actually can easily do with the animal module. So I think that's something that you do before something serious happens to your pet or to your animal. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah, and here we have it on one slide very easily. So we have microcurrent frequency applications. So you can specifically target the needs. One, of course, if you choose one of the 12 programs from an intuition point of view, or if you search in the Healy Advisor app for a specific topic, and then you basically get the expert knowledge for this topic and can also schedule basically those programs for several weeks. And of course, yeah, we have the classical animal study. I mean, this is a rat cell study, so it's not with our animals basically, but there we have the classics of microcurrent, because you always need to distinguish between microcurrent application and solely frequency application. So as we will have later a slide on the Healy coil, that is solely a frequency application or information application of frequencies. Through quantum potential frequencies, and with the microcurrent you have of course the influence of microcurrent on the cells. As we all know, our body, same as the animal body, is basically administered partially through currents. So there's current flowing through your body to making your muscles move. For example, your heart muscle, it pumps, and this is of course done through microcurrent or with the help of microcurrent, and of course you can influence that. Let's go on. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to basically tell you in detail. So you have those 12 programs, but you have, as you see, the first thing on the screenshot on the right side, you have this animal module. You click there, and then you have 300 unique search terms you can search for, and then you get basically recommendations of programs, and you can also schedule that. So in the IMF program scheduler, you can schedule that, and you see exactly, okay, what programs you can do for each day for your animal. Of course, you don't need to do all of those programs, so just listen to your animal, because animals don't lie. As I told you before, they tell you exactly if they want another program or if it's enough for the day, because you always need also take into account that the frequencies, all this information also needs to be incorporated in the organism. So then the organism do something with this information, and that sometimes takes a little longer time. And yes, then you have the easy and convenient animal kit. So that's quite easy. You have those conductive sponges, and always make sure to soak them really with water, because that's how basically the current travels through. And then you have those silicon pads that are basically put in the sponges. You have also cables that are not shown here to connect it to your Healy, and of course elastic bands to fasten it somehow around your pet. Yeah, and that's very easy to do actually, and anyone can do it. And yeah, and as I already told you, the Healy coil is also possible. So as we saw with our animal survey that we will see later, yeah, of course it's not always possible to put electrodes and sponges and some elastic bands around an animal, because it's a fish, for example, or something like that. So what do you still want? You want the positive information of the frequencies, so you simply use the Healy coil. And actually that works quite well. And here from our survey, so as Martina already said, we conducted a survey because I said, yeah, let's find out how basically the animal programs are used, how the benefits are, because we have a lot of experienced users out there. And there we found out that those programs are mostly the 5 most popular programs. For example, microbiota, everyone knows if your digestive system works, then your immune system works. So if you can harmonize your digestive system, yeah, you basically cover a lot of other things at the spot. Let's go on. Yeah, and this is the long talked about animal survey. So we have more than 350 participants, and 57 or 75 of them have a positive experience. So that's a lot, because animals are not easy, because those disbalances of course have many reasons. So if you are not experienced enough, or then it's hard to find the right program. Of course, with the animal module, much easier. And of course, the animals that owned are 255 different animals. That's a lot. It was imagined just for cats and dogs, and lots of other animals it's used for. And of course, it's used multiple times per week. So that's also something that tells you, okay, it's actually working because it's used a lot. And nearly 45, and that really makes a Healy world unique and our users unique, because they share the animal programs with their family and friends. And that's what a Healy world is all about. It's about sharing holistic health, giving the others the opportunity to basically benefit from the Healy products. So I really like the last point. Let's go on. Yeah. And of course, the expert tip is farmers. And that always surprised us also at Time Weather that we said, yeah, we have all those animals things. And we thought, yeah, that's pet owners or veterinarians and so on. Yeah, we all have all of them. But actually, the farmers benefit the most because they have lots of animals, so they can really use the animal kit on a hourly basis, and they really have nice experiences. We also had at the Time of the World one farmer with his wife, and she's basically the one who creates lots of databases for analysis, and he's the I don't know, fifth or sixth generation farmer, so he really knows his stuff, and this combination is really key, and they really use a lot of those things, and they also benefit a lot of those things. And of course, the most popular animal, as we all thought, it's dogs, because it's they are the best friend of humans. It's easy and everyone can have one. Cats is the same. Horses a little bigger, so if you don't have a big garden, horses might not be your pick. But also fish and reptiles and so on. As I said, for fish, I mean, the Healy coil is the one to go for. So that really made us happy that we have lots of happy animals out there. Let's go on. And of course, if you use the Heal Advisor Analyze app, of course, you can also analyze the program. So you can always analyze which program has the highest resonance with your animal, with the next best animal that you find, and then, of course, can use those frequencies. And of course, from the animal studies, some more numbers that basically we have an increase of the well-being of about 19% after 2 weeks. And very impressive is that we had things like it's a special survey where you basically first we ask what concerns do you have. In this case, of course, the animal has. Can you go back one slide? And then after 2 weeks, you ask basically what improved. And there we had for mobility and all those other things, an 83 point or 82 point decrease in those average conditions. You have all the mobility, aggression, eating behavior, hormonal issues. So all those things decreased. So it improved a lot for the animal. And let's go to the last slide. Yeah, and there we have it in very plain and simple numbers. This is, by the way, also a part of the brochure. And a goal attainment, it's called, is very high in the significance, or the effect size, Cohen's D effect size. And of course, last but definitely not least, you can of course also have the animal harmony program of the Healy. So if you own a Healy, you can combine those two things. You can see to basically get a special treatment or a special application through the Heal Advisor animal module, search for it, schedule it, and then you can additionally every second day maybe use the Healy and also have the animal harmony of the atmosphere programs, or just have it in. That's also a very good one for farmers, because you can of course have more animals in the range of the Healy atmosphere. Yeah, and I think that's about it. I think everyone can benefit from this, and I really hope that you enjoy the benefits.
Incredible. Always such a pleasure to hear Martin and his knowledge that he shares with all of you. And I see also the chat extremely active. I can't wait to save this chat and go one by one in some of the comments. But again, keep in mind that the animal module, it is a subscription, but now as we are relaunching, you have all of this new information to educate yourselves, from the brochure, from videos, from even PowerPoints that you can use to share. But again, it is a monthly subscription. It is, you can do as a scan and the blue dot, and you can run microcurrent frequency with the pink dot as well. So microcurrent, sorry, frequency. So you have both. But again, just because of time, I actually want to introduce our success story. She's taken the time to be with us today. I was this weekend scrolling through Instagram, and I came across this incredible video, and it was by Bianca Kerre. She is a senior vice president in Europe, and I had the pleasure of meeting her last year, almost a year ago. My goodness, time flies, in Spain at an event there. And I reached out to her yesterday and said, would you be so kind to join us on our America's Call and share your video with everybody and some of your success stories? And now she is our official animal ambassador of Healy World in Europe. So it is such an honor to have her here with us today, to have her share her knowledge. And thank you all for those of you that stayed. Again, this call will be recorded, but this is our last piece when it comes to product, and then we'll go into promotions and wrap up for the day. So Bianca, I can play the video, or if you want to, are you on here with us? Oh, I saw you for a quick second. There you are.
Yes, I'm here, but I cannot start my camera, so perhaps
I saw you for a second, and then your camera went off. Wait, you are co-host.
Oh, now it works. So yes, hello to everyone, and yes, please share the video. I appreciate it a lot.
Okay, let's do this.
Healy is the first app-controlled wearable for microcurrent and frequency applications that effortlessly supports the health and well-being of your animals at any time. The Healy analyzes in real time the frequencies your animal currently needs. It's easy to apply the Healy, and with a special animal kit, you can easily transmit the balance in frequencies to your animal. For this purpose, we use silicone applicators that can be inserted into wet sponges. These can be attached to your horse, for example, using a belt or locally with a bandage. Instead, we can also work wirelessly with a Healy coil. Your animal can move around and relax completely during the treatment. You can easily apply the Healy yourself, no matter what kind of animal you have or where you are. In our wide range of programs, you will always find the right IMF program for your animal's needs. And of course, the Healy can also support your health and well-being. Animals love their Healy, and you will love your Healy too.
So thank you, and warm welcome to all Healy World members from America, from Mexico, from Canada. I feel really honored to get the invitation yesterday from Adriana. I was really, I'm so excited to share with you my experiences with the animal module, because Martin said it's specialized for, these frequencies are really specialized for animals. And this is my experience too, that these frequencies work very well with animals, and we have a really enormous effects for the well-being and health with these holistic frequencies. So please, the next slide, Adriana.
And you should be able to manage it yourself as a co-host. See if you want to try.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
I try it. So I will
I'm
start.
happy to help you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I will start with a quote from a German theologian and author, Eugen Drewermann. He says, whether animals have a soul or feelings can only ask someone who does not have both. So animals are so close with us. We have such a amazing connection with animals. And as Martin says as well, they are looking for the good frequencies. When you use your Healy and you have a cat, you will see that the cat will come to you immediately and to be close to the device. So I don't know how can I, okay, thank you. And I have some images for you, how the animals relax while using the Healy. And I have also some photos here. You see on the right side, on the top, you see how to use the sponges with horses. Yes, you can use a normal belt, an abdominal belt you can buy everywhere, and attach the Healy. And oh, I don't see my slides anymore. What
No,
happened?
it was my, hold on. It was my mistake. I
Okay.
tried to make you host and it took me out.
Oh,
Could you
okay.
click on my name and make me again? I'm
Oh,
so sorry, and I apologize to everybody on here. My mistake.
okay. So now
Let
you
me
are
see.
now you
Okay.
are co-host and I'm a host. And what?
Well, we should
No, I
go to. I think I'm back. So sorry. Let's do this. Okay. I think.
okay. Here we are again.
Okay. My
So,
apologies.
on
Go
the
ahead.
next slide, please. I don't know how to change the slides. Okay, here you see some more pictures, and some of my partners always experience with the applications, and they also use the ear electrodes for dogs, for example, and it worked very well. So, and also with the coil, of course. Next slide. Yes, and of course the Mac Healy is a big benefit. We have this animal program and animal harmony, but you can use every program. Also the McMakin programs are really with a very good effect for joint problems or for every problems. And you see this tackle, he loves the frequencies of the Mac Healy too. Next slide, please. Yes, and we have, Martina introduces to you the animal ambassadors of Healy World, and also Nicole, she's a physiotherapist and osteopath for dogs, and she's working during her treatments. She's using the Healy and also the Mac Healy to make the animals more relaxed, and they are tolerating the treatments much better than without the Healy. That's really, they have so many good experiences. And yes, you can look forward for the videos we've made last month in Mainz. And yes, I think they will be translated too in English. Next slide, please. Okay, you can go on, because here you see the applications. We have now this new material. I'm so amazed to see. I've seen it today the first time the new material, and thank you to Healy World that you've made these brochures and these videos. They are amazing, and I'm really looking forward to show it to my team and to my prospects too. Yes, and these are the Healy programs of the Healy module. You have a program specialized for disorders of the eyes, for old animals, for example, irritant reactions. I was amazed that this program is the most used programs by our users. It's a stimulation for self-healing power, yes? And I think you can use this program, irritant reactions, for a lot of issues in acute or chronic orders. And hormones, of course, balancing the effect, has a balancing effect on the hormone system. You can also give it during the heat of dogs and so on, every disease that is connected with our hormone system. And suffering is a very good program, for example, for old animals or for traumatic animals with a big mistrust, or when they come from an animal shelter, you have sometimes you have a lot of problems with these animals, and then you can use a program like suffering, or sensitivity when you have allergic disposition or a feed intolerances or very sensitive animals in any ways, you can use it. And microbiotica is, of course, a very, very important program for the intestinal flora and for all digestive disorders. And rest is really a program we have a lot of experience with for the mental balance of animals. Animals who have fears and nervousness, and or when they are very excited because of whatever, and during veterinary visits or during treatments, this program has a big benefit. And cleaning is like Pure on the Gold Cycle. It's a cleaning program for detoxification or after surgeries or medications, or for any issue when an animal needs a cleaning. And emotions, of course, emotions when you have a very excited animal, or anxiety or exuberance, or just for more harmony. And power, this is a program I used often for competition horses, or for dog sports, or for recovering, yes, after a long illness or something like that, or supporting during weakness when an animal feels really weak. And defense, of course, is for the immune system, to give the immune system more strength, and for colds or infections or whatever, when you need this strength of defense. And joints is for stiffness, or for old animals, when they have pain in their joints, or musculoskeletal injuries. After musculoskeletal injuries, you can also use the sponges locally. Yes, when you have these sponges, you have to make them really wet to have the best effect of the microcurrent you see when the wave is running. And yes, these are the animal programs, and I use it from the first moment when they were released. I think it was in 2021 in January. I think I was the first person who made the subscription, and I've never would cancel the subscription, because the benefit is so great. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, and you can also use the Blue Dot app, of course. Some of my team partner, they use the paw of the dog or of the cat, and make analyze the scan. But you can also make a mental connection with a cat, or with your dog and put your hand on the dog and test for the animal. That's also like in kinesiology, yes, as a surrogate person. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, thank you for your attention. I want to say one thing, because I'm in Austria now, and Martin told us that a lot of farmers using the frequencies for their animals with time waver. And I have, in Austria, I have a new team with farmers. They use the Healy in agriculture with their dairy cows and with their calves and with chicken and with pigs and everything, and they have so big effects, so an enormous improvement in the health and well-being of their animals. And I think I will tell you more in the Healy Horizon. I made some interviews with a farmer, and yes, look forward for everything that is coming in Healy World. Thank